at this mysterious Pacific island. The great white shark prowls in deep water in search of sea lions and giant elephant seals.
I have seen these animals removing the head of a northern elephant seal with one bite.
A supreme hunter, fast and efficient, with serrated teeth and an armory of super senses.
When the seals are trying to get to the shore, the sharks are waiting for them in deep water. I saw like 9 predation events in one day, right in this spot.
But how do they hone in for the kill? Using state-of-the-art technology.
It's coming. Oh, boy.
Shark researchers will attempt to decode the hunting techniques of one of the most fearsome predators on the planet.
It's coming directly.
Oh, they're both going for it.
Oh,
To see for the first time what the great white shark sees as it swims, hunts, and ultimately strikes its prey, even if it means getting too close for comfort.
This is the one we want.
Hands clear.
Guadalupe, a remote and rugged volcanic island, more than 250 miles southwest of San Diego, in the Mexican Pacific. It's a harsh and barren environment, with a forbidding rocky coastline, no fresh water, and little vegetation. But for marine biologists like Connor White, Guadalupe is a paradise.
This is it, Guadalupe Island. We just traveled 16 hours overnight to wake up to see this big mountain popping out of the blue ocean.
Mexico is home to some of the ocean's top predators. Mighty bull sharks in the Sea of Cortez, marauding reef sharks at the Socorro Islands, and at Guadalupe, the animal that awakens primal fear like no other, the great white shark. It's the largest and most powerful predatory fish in the sea, stretching to 20 feet and weighing as much as 4,500 pounds, roughly the size of a pickup truck. The great white has the strongest bite of any fish, 20 times greater than a human's, though much of the damage to prey is caused by its teeth, which tear through flesh like a buzzsaw through cotton. The white shark was once considered rare in Mexican waters. A study conducted from the 1970s through 2001 recorded just 37 white sharks at Guadalupe. But in the last 2 decades, the shark population here has been booming. Today, more than 200 white sharks come to the island each year, making Guadalupe one of the best white shark research sites in the world. It's the perfect place to find answers to the persistent mysteries surrounding the great white.
My hope is to really figure out what they're doing here, why they come, how much time they spend here, and then personally, I want to know where they come from.
Connor has come to Guadalupe to launch a unique expedition alongside legendary shark expert Dr. Mauricio Hoyos. Working together, they will have 2 days to attach a state-of-the-art camera to the dorsal fin of a white shark, allowing them to enter the shark's realm like never before, to see for the first time what the white shark sees as it patrols its hunting grounds at Guadalupe.
There's a ton of life here. There's a bunch of marine mammals, there's tunas, there's sharks, there's turtles. And let's hope we see some big sharks with some tags on them.
Connor and Maurizio hope the footage will reveal white shark behaviors, such as mating and birthing, that have never been captured on camera, and unravel the mysteries that still surround these apex predators.
I think that when you hear the word shark, the first image that comes to your brain is the white shark because of this movie, Jaws, that was shown in the 70s, and everybody related these amazing and beautiful animals with this man-eater, with this monster. So I think that since I saw that movie, I fell in love with the white shark. I was a little kid, and I really wanted to know the truth about these animals. And that's why I started my PhD here in Guadalupe. And I started to see a lot of things that are very different from what people believe about these animals.
Guadalupe Island lies along the southeast stretch of the Great White Highway, a migration route that begins along Mexico's Baja coast and points west, halfway to Hawaii, and an area in the Central Pacific that researchers call the White Shark Cafe. Sharks gather there from April to July, before heading to Guadalupe from August through February. The island itself is comprised of volcanic mountains that rise more than 4,000 feet above the sea. Water gnaws at the rocky bluffs, which are composed of basalt and the volcanic rock, trachyte, to create a rusty glow. A handful of fishermen are the only people found here. But that doesn't mean the island is deserted. Fur and elephant seals flourished here until the mid-1800s, when they were nearly wiped out by hunters seeking blubber to make oil. In 1888, the elephant seal was declared extinct. In 1892, a Smithsonian expedition to Guadalupe discovered 8 elephant seals, 7 of which were killed to be displayed in museums as rare specimens of science. Somehow, the species survived, hidden from hunters. By the early 20th century, there were more than 100 elephant seals on Guadalupe. In 1922, the Mexican government declared them a protected species. And today, about 10,000 of these large and extraordinary creatures that barely escaped extinction thrive on the island. Elephant seals are among the world's largest carnivores. Bulls can grow to a staggering 20 feet and weigh in at up to 3.5 tons. These rocky inlets provide a safe haven, not just to elephant seals, but fur seals and sea lions. Guadalupe is now a protected nature reserve. The only hunter permitted to take down a seal is the great white shark. Marine mammals such as seals and sea lions are high in fat, which contains twice the caloric value of protein. White sharks are migratory fish and require fat to fuel their long-haul trips. A female white shark, tagged with a satellite transmitter, journeyed from South Africa to Australia and back. A targeted transoceanic migration of 14,000 miles. Great white sharks eat more than a ton of food each year. At Guadalupe, large adult sharks rarely bother with the yellowfin tuna and yellowtail jacks that cross their paths. They save their energy to fatten up on their favorite meal, seals.
We have found that when the northern elephant seals are arriving from their migration to Alaska, the big pregnant white sharks females arrive and they are feeding on these animals.
An elephant seal is the perfect meal for a shark traveling the Great White Highway. What baffles scientists is the way sharks feed at Guadalupe. Around the globe, white sharks prefer water temperature between 60 and 75 degrees. So they typically stay in warmer, shallow waters and near the surface. In South Africa, white sharks patrol the shallows for young seals returning to shore and make their kills at the surface. But here in Guadalupe, sharks may be striking their prey farther from shore, in deep water. The question that remains is why? Maurizio has a theory. White sharks are visual predators. In places like Cape Cod, where underwater visibility is poor, they rely on keen eyesight and sudden bursts of speed to surprise fast-swimming seals. But in the crystal-clear bays of Guadalupe, underwater visibility extends to more than 100 feet. In such clear water, seals and sea lions can easily detect sharks swimming near the surface. So sharks descend into the unseen depths, beyond the reach of light. Here, they remain hidden from seals and wait to strike their prey from below.
So this is the only place on Earth that sharks are taking advantage of the good visibility and the depth of this island in order to ambush the northern elephant seals when they are coming.
Maurizio's theory, if proven, is more evidence that the white shark is one of the animal kingdom's most versatile hunters. White sharks at Guadalupe are expert at crippling their prey. If the target is a yellowfin tuna or yellowtail jack, the shark removes the tail to prevent the fish from swimming away. To disable a northern elephant seal, the shark zeroes in on the hind flippers that propel the seal through the water. The carcass then floats to the surface, and a bloody feast begins. Maurizio is one of the few people who has seen evidence of white sharks hunting elephant seals here. All he needs to prove his theory is underwater footage of a deep-water kill.
So if we could get that event, I think that it's going to be amazing because it would be the first proof that the sharks are really disabling the northern elephant seals in deep waters. Because now we are inferring. We do not have the real proof that they are disabling the animals in deep waters.
Maurizio has successfully tagged more than 70 white sharks at Guadalupe. He spends at least 6 months each year on the island in a makeshift campsite, forgoing all creature comforts to study the sharks. He hopes his research will challenge the popular myth of the white shark as aggressive, thirsting for human blood.
There's a lot of myths about sharks, specifically about the white shark. People believe that if you see a white shark, they are going to eat you. I have underwater stations on this island. They are at about 30 meters, and I have them to record the presence of the sharks with transmitters. I have seen 7 sharks at the same time by myself when I am retrieving the receivers, and I never were afraid of them because thanks to the visibility, they know that you are not a prey, so they wouldn't try to attack you. But most of the people believe that they are man-eaters and that they like humans.
For the research team, the newly designed Shark Cam is a game changer that can help them solve the mystery of what sharks at Guadalupe are doing when they go deep, below the detection zone.
With this special camera, we will be able to see what they are looking. We know that they are 200 meters for 2 or 3 hours, but are they looking for rays in the bottom? Are they trying to ambush northern elephant seal when they are coming?
Maurizio has many questions. If the sharks are ambushing seals here, how are they doing it? Are they taking advantage of good visibility? Are they hitting seals from below or from above? Are the sharks interacting with each other? Questions he hopes Shark Cam can help him answer. But these discoveries will have to wait. Connor has received bad news that could sink the expedition.
Mauricio actually just radioed into us and told us he broke his boat yesterday, so it's out of commission right now. But he's already ordered a new part, and it should be coming in tomorrow, so hopefully we can get it fixed and get out there and tag some sharks. In the meantime, we're here at Guadalupe Island, so might as well get in the cage and see some sharks up close and personal.
They've come to the Northeast Bay, one of the island's great white hotspots. Depths here range from 160 to 260 feet. There should be sharks, especially once they smell lunch.
Getting the bait ready. We're chopping up this tuna. Usually the fish that we use is the bloodiest one, so easier to attract the sharks with it. These ones are 30, 40 kilos each. They're normal food that they eat, usually especially juveniles with the yellowfin and bluefin tuna, so that's why main reason we use it.
Connor joins underwater videographer Kay Byrne Lim on the dive. Protected by the steel bars, they want to lure the sharks in as close as possible. Connor hopes to study how sharks interact with each other and display dominant behavior.
Shark!
It's not long before the first great white appears. It's a large female, a 12-footer. Others soon follow. Connor's cage is quickly surrounded by sharks. With Guadalupe's stunning underwater visibility, he's able to get a detailed look at each shark. Some bear battle scars from prey, typically seals and sea lions, that have fought back with knife-like claws. Sometimes sharks will fight each other for food. In the shark hierarchy, females dominate males, and large sharks dominate small sharks. While combat among white sharks is rare, some carry bite marks that match those of other white sharks. Juveniles wisely keep their distance. The sharks come within inches of the cage. One large male gets so close, Kay and Connor could stick their hands into his mouth. Very rarely do sharks get closer to divers than expected. Today is one of those exceptions. A juvenile male shark chases a piece of bait near another cage and smashes through the bars.
Oh my God.
The great white shark is inside the cage. So is a diver.
It's in the cage.
Finally, the shark escapes back into the ocean, bloodied but not seriously harmed. But what about the diver inside the cage? Miraculously, he emerges, also unharmed.
Are you okay? Are you hurt? Is this the first time this happened?
Yeah, like this.
Sensational incidents like this may be the direct result of an amazing white shark defense mechanism.
When a shark wants to get a prey, they roll their eyes back in order to protect it. I have seen sharks with scars inflicted by seals because they have claws and they can injure the shark. So they do that in order to protect the eye, but unfortunately, they remain blind for a few seconds. And that's why we have had a few incidents in the cages in here. Because if you pull the bait directly to the cage and they roll their eyes back, they are blind and they hit the cages.
Tiago's quick thinking, opening the top of the cage, allowed the shark to escape. Thankfully, incidents like this are extremely rare in the world of shark tourism, an industry that could soon generate more than $700 million per year worldwide. A study conducted in the tiny island nation of Palau in 2012 found that a live shark can earn 1,000 times more in tourism dollars than a dead shark sold illegally at port. At isolated spots like Guadalupe, far from the Coast Guard and Navy, dive boats keep a watchful eye out for illegal fishing. So shark tourism has added benefits. It was a good day for white shark sightings. But high winds and rough currents make filming difficult.
It was extremely rough today. We were bouncing around, being knocked around in the cage. So we have to grab, parts of the cage and hang on tight while filming. So it's pretty tough.
The gusting winds prevent them from deploying the Pelagic Explorer, a revolutionary motorized cage designed for filming sharks in their own element, far from boats and bait. Wind, waves, and a broken boat are all working against them. The research team needs its luck to change if they're to have any hope of attaching shark cam to the fin of a great white sometime in the next 24 hours.
So it was actually really bumpy in the cage there, and that's due to all this wind. So hopefully that actually lays down for us tomorrow and gives us a nice little weather window. Hopefully also, Mauricio gets his boat fixed, we can get out there and tag some sharks.
The next morning, the weather has improved, slightly. Connor has a plan and heads out to the island to run it past Mauricio.
Hello.
Hey, Mauricio, how's it going?
Welcome to Guadalupe.
Hey, how's it going?
It's bad. A piece is broken. And a boat is supposed to come today to bring it, but I don't know if they're gonna make it with this weather.
Yeah, it's blowing pretty hard. So we had a plan B, actually. It's too rough out there to actually tag off of our boat.
Okay.
We're thinking we might be able to tie it up to the side of our dive boat and then tag off the side of it.
Yeah, let's do it. I spoke with the captains of the boats, and they have seen sharks at the surface, even though that is very rough. So yeah, let's do it. We have a chance.
First, Connor must prepare shark cam for the tagging expedition.
So this is the tag we're talking about. This is the cat's cam. It has a video camera in the front, so you can actually see what the shark is seeing over 6 hours of record video. This is basically a Fitbit for sharks, which basically allows you to see every single fine-scale movement the shark makes. And using that, you can figure out energy expenditure as well as behaviors like hunting, resting, etc. It also has a depth and temperature sensor, so you can see what temperature the shark is in and what, how deep it is at any one point in time. So it's basically recording all the movements of the shark makes, so it's really recording the day in the life of the shark.
Connor programs the tag to detach from the shark after 24 hours. It will then float to the surface and emit a high-frequency signal. He and Maurizio will retrieve the tag, download the footage, and hopefully see, for the first time, what the shark sees when it descends into the hidden depths. But clamping a camera onto the dorsal fin of a great white shark is not always straightforward.
Putting this float package on a shark can be either really easy or really hard. Depending how enthusiastic and active the shark is, it might come up, fin right next to the panga, right next to the boat. We can easily put this clamp on. If the sharks are a little more cautious, a little more hesitant, they might not get as close to the panga. It all really depends on the shark. And then all you really need is one good pass of the shark with its fin out of the water and go in the right direction. You can clamp it on, and then you're good to go.
With winds still whipping through the bay, Connor and Maurizio proceed with their makeshift plan. Secure the skiff to the larger dive boat, then try to get shark cam onto a great white. Maurizio attempts to lure sharks to the skiff with the same bait used for the shark cages. The waiting begins. Before long, the first shark appears. A male, about 12 feet long.
Oh, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming.
Turn, baby, turn.
It's coming.
Oh, it swam right by us.
The good news is the sharks are coming close to the boat. The bad news, strong winds are still causing problems.
Whoa.
Rocking and rolling.
The current is carrying the bait under the larger dive boat and out of Maurizio's view. They decide to untether the skiff and take their chances on the open water. Meanwhile, on the dive boat, some welcome news for the team. The captain is given the green light to deploy the Pelagic Explorer, the most sophisticated shark cage on the planet. Propelled by twin motors, it will allow the research team to follow the sharks into deep water, where they hope to capture never-before-seen hunting behavior.
Basically, it's like being in their own environment, in their own realm. Just being in the water with great whites all over the place. They come and check you out. There is no way that without it you can swim next to a great white for a long distance. With the Pelagic Explorer, you have the capability to swim right next to a great white for up to 10 minutes, or longer if the great white decides that way.
I'm literally huddled like a ball in there. I have to direct the pilot because I'm blocking his view. He can look to the left, to the right. He's got rear view mirrors so he can look behind. But yeah, I'll have to tell him if I need to go faster, slower, turn left, turn right, or if I see a shark.
Kay and Eric need to be alert. They're about to enter the world of a 2-ton apex predator, capable of explosive bursts of speed that reach 35 miles an hour.
It seems that they're just hanging out, just cruising around in kind of like in a slow motion, super relaxed. But if they decide to speed up, they can do it right away, immediately. Just think about this. An adult great white that can weigh up to 2 tons, which is 2,000 kilograms, to propulse itself out of the water. Can you imagine how much power you need for that? So they can speed up.
Close to shore, they encounter not a shark, but a colony of curious California sea lions. They show no fear and inspect the explorer at close range. In these shallow coastal waters, sea lions forage for fish, squid, and shellfish. Farther from shore, they can dive as deep as 1,200 feet and hold their breath for up to 20 minutes. Thick layers of blubber fend off the chill of marine waters and provide the white sharks of Guadalupe with their favorite meal. A great white can cover 150 feet in just 3 seconds. All it takes is one moment at the surface for a quick breath, and the sea lion becomes an easy target for a shark lurking in the unseen depths below. The sea lion would never know what hit it. But here in the shallows, a shark has little chance of ambushing a sea lion. The explorer heads out into open water. And within minutes, the first shark appears. In such clear water, sharks can spy the explorer from the deep. The white shark is the ultimate predator. Always hunting, it appears without warning from the depths. Kay and Eric keep a constant lookout. It's essential that they maintain eye contact with the sharks around them. White sharks are known to stalk prey silently from behind. They don't want to be taken by surprise.
Oh, he's coming from behind you. Oh, look at that.
A great white appears quickly from behind, then dives deep, disappearing from view. Suddenly, another shark appears from below. Kay and Eric decide to follow it. Gradually, Kay comes within touching distance. Without the aid of the explorer, it would be almost impossible to follow a white shark like this. The face-to-face filming helps dispel a myth about the shark's anatomy. Its eyes, described in the film Jaws as black and lifeless, are in reality a rich, shimmering blue. The explorer is now within feet of the shark, close enough for it to turn and lunge at the crew. Jaws thrusting forward. But it keeps a watchful distance. The shark shows no aggression. White sharks are cautious around the unknown. But the longer the explorer remains in the water, the more curious the sharks become. A large shark closes in fast. At the last second, the great fish swerves away with a lash of its powerful tail. Again and again, sharks appear out of the blue and head straight for the cage.
Coming, it's coming. It's taking us out. Oh, boy.
To go eye to eye with a white shark in open water requires great composure. Kay must remain calm and steady to film these close encounters.
The shark turned around, and you could literally see him almost grinning at us. And he started coming towards us, and he came straight at eye level, all the way to the camera, to the explorer, only to turn away within touching distance. And all this while we were moving as well. We weren't stationary, so it was like a game of chicken.
Filming white sharks from a mobile cage, far from the safety of a dive boat, is an experience few would seek. But for Kay, it's the only way to capture these primal hunters in their own element.
You get a point of view that nothing else can give. Not even if you were scuba diving. On this dive, we had slightly smaller sharks. They were very feisty, curious. Some of them were shadowing us from behind while another swam in front. It was almost as if they were teaming up, to check us out. I mean, to keep pace with a great white shark isn't easy. And we were able to swim alongside, get up in front, go from underneath. It was just amazing.
The shark footage collected in the Explorer is valuable to Maurizio. But he's still missing a crucial piece to the puzzle: footage of a white shark hunting in deep water. For that, he'll need shark cam attached to the dorsal fin of a white shark. But time is running out.
When you are tagging sharks from a small boat, you have to be very accurate and you have to be very fast because the sharks learn how to get the bait. These animals are I think that they are very smart. When you come here and when you throw the bait, they never get the bait at the first moment. They always look around, they are very inquisitive, they come closer until they are very sure that it's a food item. It's when they get close and they get it. But also they are all different. They have different personalities. They do not come very close easy, but some of them do that.
Finally, a break for the tagging team. The winds have died down. Connor and Maurizio don masks to protect themselves from the sun and quickly take advantage of their last remaining day. Once again, Maurizio attempts to lure the sharks to the surface.
They love low frequencies. So when you do like this, they come closer. Look.
Maurizio's strategy works. Within minutes, curious sharks appear around the skiff.
Sharky, sharky, shark. There's a shark. It's coming. It's coming this way. Can you see it? Right here.
Yeah.
Come on.
Deep.
Baby. Come on.
It's a 10-foot-long female.
It's turning. Right in front of us. Yeah. Right there. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Yeah.
The shark is cautious. At the last second, it swerves away from the bait.
Come on. Come on. Oh, there's another one. So we have two. We have this one and this one.
It's coming in.
Now we're gonna have some action because they will. Look. It's coming. Whoa! Come on, come on, come on. This is the one. This is the one. This is the one. This is the one.
Pin.
Almost.
After an initial flurry, the sharks appear to have left the area. Maurizio decides to explore a different location. One where he believes white sharks stalk prey deep beneath the surface.
We are in Twin Canyons. This is to the south of the Northeast Bay. We have seen a lot of predation events in December right here. It's very deep, and that's the second biggest northern elephant seal colony in this area. When I have tracked the sharks, they come to this place. They remain very close to the shore. When the seals are trying to get to the shore, the sharks are waiting for them in deep water. I have seen these animals removing the head of a northern elephant seal with one bite, right in this spot.
Let's get a shark now.
Okay, let's work now. Sharky, sharky.
Maurizio's instinct is spot on. Twin Canyons is a busy hunting ground for white sharks.
It's right here, underneath the boat, coming to the surface. Coming fast. It's close.
In this small boat, the tagging team is vulnerable. A 2-ton shark tearing after bait could easily hit the skiff, sending both researchers and their captain into the water, with as many as 100 hungry white sharks. When a shark closes in on prey, the lower jaw strikes first, knifing the prey with serrated teeth. Then the upper jaw clamps down, trapping the prey inside. The entire process takes less than a second. Again and again, the sharks creep up on the boat from deep cover.
All right, this one's turning under the boat.
Okay. I can see the... It went away.
Oh, right there.
1, 2, 3. Come on, come on. You want it, you want it. Come, come, come. Almost, almost. It's gonna come, it's gonna come. This is the player. This is the one we want. So close. A little bit.
Like
this way, 1 feet.
3 inches is all I needed. Oh, come in.
Oh. This is the one. This is it. Up. Look, 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 look. It's coming back. It's coming back.
Oh, you got another shark, too.
We have 2?
Yep.
Okay. Maybe this is gonna go away. Yeah, it's a juvenile. Look, it's going away.
This one's coming right at it.
Maybe this is bigger. This is bigger. That's why it's coming. It's the one with the scratch. It's coming directly.
Oh, they're both going for it.
No.
The bigger shark snatches the last of the bait.
Well, we
You tried. Yeah.
We were very close.
Yep, really close.
As the sun retreats behind the island, the research team heads back to the dive boat. It's been a frustrating day on the water, and time has run out on the expedition.
Today's tagging was good and bad. The sharks were so close, they were inches away. I only needed about 2 more inches probably, and I could have got this tag out, or another second to reposition myself, but everything's happened just so fast and so quick.
Close, close.
The day draws to a close. Maurizio is still no closer to filming a shark hunting in deep water. With the expedition over, the crew readies for the 18-hour journey back to the mainland.
All right, so we're off today. I'm gonna leave the tag with you. So once you get your boat fixed, hopefully you can get these tags out.
Okay. I think that I will have a good chance. I have had the sharks very close to me, so I'm sure that I will be able to do it. I think that we have a very good chance to set this camera. Now the weather is better, and as soon as my boat is fixed, I'm sure that I will be able to set it. I'm really excited because I have found different things about the behavior of these animals little by little. And I think that we have a very good chance to see what the shark is looking when they are in deep water. We do not know so far, so I think that with this, we will be able to know.
Days after the expedition, Maurizio does receive shark cam footage, recorded by another research team at Guadalupe. For the first time, he is able to see exactly what the shark sees. While they did not capture a predation event, the hours of footage confirm Maurizio's theory that the sharks at Guadalupe descend to great depths, where they are nearly invisible to the seals above. For now, exactly how white sharks hunt seals at Guadalupe remains a mystery. But the investigation will continue. The more researchers learn about the white shark and its habits, the better they can protect an animal threatened by overzealous fishing.
I'm very hopeful about the survival of this species. We have a lot of very good scientists working in the US helping us, and now we are sharing information. So I think that we really need to gather as much information as possible because sharks do not respect human boundaries. They move all over the world, and we really need to protect them internationally. So if a scientist from California are tagging the sharks, I can know if they come to Guadalupe or to the Mexican mainland because we are using the same technology. And we are sharing this information. So I'm hopeful that we will get enough information to give our governments enough information to protect these amazing animals.
Guadalupe is one of the world's best protected nature reserves. A mysterious and secluded sanctuary where extraordinary creatures able to make 14,000-mile journeys hunt, feed, and prepare for their epic migrations, free from the ravages of illegal fishing. Here, in one of the world's last refuges for the great white shark.